everything in between. We talk about trending subjects and real life issues. We bring you the joy, the vibe, the energy to make that weekend start on the right note. Or what are you waiting for? Tune in to WFM 91.7 every Friday from 7:30 to 8 p.m. And when you listen once, you'll be back. Hello, Lagos, Nigeria, Africa, the rest of the world. It's your girl Energytae, and it's another Friday evening. How you doing? How you doing? I hope your week was good like mine. Well, my week didn't exactly go the way I planned, but hey, it's Friday. We made it to the weekend. Yay! Cheers to the weekend. Okay. In case you're in a bad mood, it's not my fault and I apologize. I'm always hyper. Why? Because I'm here with my energizers on a Friday evening. So why won't I be happy? This is like my almost favorite day of the week. I think the other one that's better than this one is Saturday when I'm having fun and Sunday when I'm praising God in church. So we're fighting with the 3 days, but hey, it's the weekend. I hope you had a good week because I know that I did. So today, what am I going to be talking about? I'm going to be talking about entitlement, but in a different version. So I was watching a video today and somebody was talking about, why are men narcissistic in nature, yada, yada, yada. And I realized that as human beings, as adults, we're entitled in one way or the other. Some of us more than others, some of us less than others. But I found out that a lot of this stems from a lot of our childhood issues. Now, I always say to people that I believe that a lot of the issues that adults have in their relationships and their life as adults stems from a lot of their childhood issues. You may not agree with me, but if you were probably in a modern society where you could see a therapist and blah, 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 I could talk to a counselor or a psychologist about it. They will trace a lot of the things you're dealing with to your childhood trauma or your childhood issues. So why am I talking about male and female entitlement? Because a lot of the entitlement that we grow up in, a lot of the prejudices we develop for being male or being female comes from how we were raised. So you see, a lot of females grew up with your place is in the kitchen. Yes, I said it. See how you are doing. You don't learn how to cook. You don't know one day you will marry. As though the whole ambition of being a married person is to cook in the kitchen. I'm just wondering, is that the whole aim of being married, cooking in the kitchen? And you don't know you're a woman. You don't know you need to be quiet when men are talking. You don't know that. Yeah, a lot of that happens. So a lot of women do not strive too much. What they look at in life is, okay, I'll grow up, I'll go to university, I'll earn a degree so that, at least I'm educated. And then I'll get married. Because next, you've graduated. How far? When are you bringing a man home now? It's like an automatic button. University, marriage, graduated, marriage. So a lot of women grow up with the sense of, I go to school, I get married, and that's it. And I start raising children, and I'm a mom, I'm a wife. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with being a mom and a wife. It's a fantastic ambition. You're raising the future. So kudos to you mothers and wives out there. The problem I have stems from the fact that some women actually want more. But because of the way they were raised, because of the fact that they didn't grow up with ambition, they grew up with entitlement. All they knew was that when they were older, they'll marry a man and he'll take care of them. So they don't aspire to a lot. That's why you see a girl maybe she's in 200 level and she's dating a boy in 200 level and she's asking him for money. Two of them are under their parents' roof. Your father is giving you money. His father is giving him money. And you expect him to take from his allowance to give to you, which is what leads a lot of insecure and foolish young men to go and do things like Yahoo. And I say insecure and foolish because nobody forced them, but it is what it is. So because they have some pretty girlfriend who feels that, you're my boyfriend, you must take care of me, because she has that sense of entitlement, because that's how she was raised, that all she needs to aspire to is get at least maybe a degree. For some girls, if they don't even want to get a degree, just aspire to get a university degree, and one man will come and take care of you for the rest of your life. And so she feels entitled to the finances and the income of every man she's in a relationship with. And it's not my boyfriend. I know my boyfriend. Won't you take care of me? That's on one hand. It gets worse, but let me first pause there. Let's go to the guys. Now, for a guy, because he has been told over and over again, you are a man. You have to take care of the home. You have to take care of your parents. You are a man. That's one makes him feel that, okay, my place in the home is to be a man. And what happens next? You see a guy has two sisters. Maybe one is older than him, maybe one is younger than him. When they are doing chores in the house, he's not doing anything, no. He's just chilling in the room. When they finish cooking, they'll carry tray and go and serve the brother because he's the second man in the house. After your father is the man of the house. They'll go and serve their brother in the house because he's the second man in the house, the second daddy. Even the one that's older than him is treating him like a mini god. His mother is treating him like, Adeoriniel, that's the little prince of the house. His father is the king, he's the prince. People should treat you respectful. Your brother is a man. You can't talk to your brother like that. Your brother is a man. Go and give him his food. Your brother is a man. You cannot join in the kitchen. And so the guy grows up feeling that anything to do with domestic work and whatever is beneath him because he's a man. And so all he's good for is bringing money. At the same time, because he's a man, and women have been serving him his whole life, he feels entitled to being served by every woman he meets. So you have an altercation with somebody in Lagos traffic, and he says, don't talk to me like that. You don't know I'm a man. I have somebody like you at home. I don't understand. How is this correlating with the fact that he just hit my car? Enlighten me, please. Anyways, before I go further, the number to call today is 0800 1235 917. Once again, the number to call is 0800 1235 917. We're talking about male and female entitlement, or male versus female entitlement, and where it stems from. Because, like I said, a lot of the character traits that are negative, even positive, a lot of the trauma that we're dealing with as adults stems from how we were raised, our childhood. Because everybody is a product of nature, how you were born, and nurture, the environment in which you grew up. So, like I was saying, female entitlement stems from the fact that a lot of women were raised not to be ambitious. So just get a degree, get married, doesn't want to take care of you. So a 200 level girl wants her boyfriend 200 level take care of her, even when she clearly knows he has no occupation. And Oga then goes to do Yahoo, which is foolish of him, but it is what it is. And a young man who feels that women are at his foot because all his life, the women in his life have been serving him, from his mother to his sisters to whoever. So every woman around him is beneath him. Even his colleague in the office, that they're on the same level, is beneath him because last she's a woman. How can a woman be my boss? I don't understand. How can a woman be my boss? So she's even talking to me and she's just a woman. No. I've literally had somebody speak to me anyhow. No, I was at the swimming pool a long time ago, before now, and the guy was talking to me. I was saying, you know how the cats call, and I ignored him. And he walked up to me and said, "Madam, it's not yours." And I said, "You're right. Who are you cats calling? What do you think you are?" I said, "What's even wrong with you? You're not even married, Seth." And my brain was blown. What does the fact that I was single have to do with the fact that he was catcalling me and I told him he was being disrespectful? It's ridiculous, but it is what it is. So male and female entitlement. Okay, I have a call coming in. Hello, good evening. Where are you calling from? Thanks for calling.
Hello, good evening. This is Madeline calling from Lekki.
Hi, Madeline from Lekki. How are you, darling?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Thanks for calling. Tell me, what do you feel about male versus female entitlement?
So the entitlement thing, yeah, I don't feel entitled to anyone. So make nobody feel entitled to me in a way or another.
Okay, so you don't.
I don't keep person, no person no kill me.
Last. Yeah, but have you not encountered female entitlement and male entitlement in your life? Oh, it dropped off. Sorry, Madeline. Maybe you call back again. So Madeline says she's not entitled to anybody. Nobody's entitled to her. Last, everybody will be all right. So really, I mean, everywhere you go, you see people who are condescending towards women, who feel that women should not have ambition because she's just a woman now. Why is she talking to me like that? She's just a woman. The next thing you hear, she's not even married. I mean, a woman can be the MD of a company, earning millions of dollars, and all her mother wants to know is, when are you going to marry now? Abike, when are you going to marry? Ada, you are my firstborn. And when are you going to marry? Nobody wants to know whether she wants to get married. Nobody wants to know what kind of man she's looking for that she has not seen. All they know is that as a woman, if you have not married and had children, you're not complete. So a woman is just entitled. Some of them are unambitious. Some of them are lazy because all they see in front of them is Should be on my own is just to find a rich man that'll take care of me. See, I can't even lie. I can't even lie. I've been working for the past 18 years. I don't mind just staying at home and being a housewife. I can't lie. Let me know that. But the truth is, I've worked. I've experienced the labor force. I've gathered money. I've gathered experience. I can actually start a business. But my point is, it is not okay to raise a young lady to feel that her entire aspiration is to be somebody's wife. Like I said before, in case you want to misquote me, there's absolutely nothing wrong with just wanting to be a wife and a mom. Because you see, even that housewife work more than some of us in the office. I promise you. Taking care of a home and kids is a full-time occupation that you don't even get leave from. It's even worse, at least in the office, they'll give you 21 days leave. Some women are wives and moms, and they don't ever get a break from sun up to sundown. So it is a full-time job, it's a full-time responsibility. You're raising the next generation. And kudos to you if that is what you want, but not because society has forced it into your brain and your mind. That's all you are good for is. It now even gets worse. Let me even take it further. Some women now feel that they are commodities that can be bought and sold. So you're sleeping with a man so he can give you money. So now you are now the object of sale. Some call it runs, some call it escort, some call it hookup. But it is prostitution at the end of the day, but we move. My point is that they've looked at themselves in the mirror and they've decided that they have no other value apart from their bodies. And being that their bodies are the only thing that have value, they sell it at will to the highest bidder. If that's what you're doing, this is not me judging you, but this is me asking you to ask yourself if 10 years down the line, you'll be okay with what you're doing now. That's all I'm asking. I'm not judging you because I'm not your God. Now, for my brothers in the Lord, in case you think I just came here to attack my sisters, no. Just because your mother was worshiping the ground you walked on and your sisters were treating you like a mini king does not make you think of the jungle. In the real world out there, you are quite inconsequential in the grand scheme of things for many things and many people. Yes, a woman can be your boss. Yes, a woman can give you query. Yes, a woman can give you instruction. Why? Because she's a human being just like you. Yes, God made man and God made woman. And the place in which there was a head was inside marriage. But that's another conversation for another day. I'm not even going to delve into that because we'll sleep here today. But my point is that just because you're a guy doesn't mean that every woman around you is there for your to serve you and to entertain you. And so some men even take it further that if a guy goes to toast a girl and she doesn't agree for him, he will now get angry and start saying, look at her, I shall because I even managed to talk to you, or that sort of nonsense. It doesn't add up. It doesn't make any sense. Come on. Must every girl you look at or toast talk to you, but she agreed to your whims and caprices? It doesn't make any sense. So please know that you're not entitled to be with every woman that you like. Please know that every female in your life is not out there to serve you. Because you see cases, for example, where maybe there's a meeting in the office and they need tea. And everybody turn and look at the only female in the room and say, please, can you get us tea? Hello, sir, I don't understand. Am I the tea girl in the office? Do I look like I serve tea for a living? Why doesn't somebody else go and get tea because I'm the only female in the room? No, sir, that is not my job and I will not be doing it. Yes, in a home setting, many of us, we are nurturers. Many of us, yes, women by nature tend to be nurturers. They want to take care of people, but at the end of the all of this is not nature. Some of it is nurture because it is the way things were wired. Now I've seen certain places in certain homes where the parents make the males and females do chores equally, whether kitchen chores, whether cleaning the house. And guess what? It's not necessarily that, oh, they're trying to do gender equality, whatever. It's because when you're an adult, the things you learn growing up, they're skills you take with you into adults. Imagine COVID-19 period. Those people who could not cook and have easy access to other food, therefore don't see shege. They would have spent a whole lot of money that they did not have, especially if they were not earning money, ordering food online because they cannot borrow rice to save their lives. Nobody knew COVID was going to happen. Nobody knew there was going to be a lockdown. But cooking is a life skill. Just like swimming is a life skill. Just like driving can be a life skill, depending on where you are and what you're doing. There's certain things as an adult that you should be able to do for yourself. Cleaning. Now, if you can afford all these things and you want to pay somebody to do it for you, kudos to you, man, because last time you did work for the money. So I'm not saying that, oh, you have to clean your house to prove that you are an adult. No. I'm just saying that learn it for the sake of learning and just keep the skill where it is. You never know when it will come in useful. So don't be that person who says, oh, because of gender roles, I'm going to be a useless adult. Come on. Give me a break. Because of gender roles, I'm not going to support my wife in the house because at last, maybe I'm working. Hello, sir. What about the man whose wife is also working? Do you think they're not supposed to support each other? So entitlement, my darling, 20 years old, dating a 21-year-old boy, you're not entitled to his money. No, please. If he wants to give it to you out of the love that he has for you, good for him, but you're not entitled to his money. You 21-year-old boy, you're not entitled to her body. Yes, I said it. You're just because you're giving her money or spend money on her does not mean you're entitled to her body either. So let's get our facts straight and let's know what we're doing. This is why there's a lot of teenage pregnancy. You see somebody that she gets her first Valentine from her boyfriend, she's 15, and because he gave her roses and a card and chocolate of Valentine, he now tries to induce her to give her virginity to him. That's so silly, but in her 15-year-old brain, he gave her something, a gift, so she needs to give something back. And the only thing that her brain is wired to give back is her body. And that's where the crisis begins. She starts to live her life with the premise that all she has to give is her body. Meanwhile, there's a perfectly functional brain in her head. There are women that have pushed their husbands and their boyfriends to greatness because they have perfectly functional brains and they knew how to use it. But you, my darling, all you know how to do is, what are you bringing to the table? Your body. I'm a fine girl now. I'm okay with you being a fine girl, oh. Let me know, like, I've enjoyed fine girl privilege, so let me not even pretend that it's not a thing. Yes, maybe I'm old now, I'm not enjoying it like that, but that's by the way. I have enjoyed fine girl privilege, and believe me, it's sweet. That it's very sweet. But really, at the end of the day, is that all you have going for you? What happens when your beauty fades? What happens if anything happens to that your fine girl? Maybe you put on weight, maybe you have an accident, maybe whatever. How is that fine girl privilege going to put food on your table? Because guess what? You're not a fine girl again. They ain't gonna be looking at you no more. My brother in the Lord, you feel like, okay, you have money to throw around. I'm rich. I can get any girl I want. God help you when the girl you meet is copy or $10. Which money do you want to give to copy if she's the love of your life? Don't think you're gonna be able to throw money at copy or Tammy? No, really. Do you think you're gonna be able to throw money at copy or Tammy? And then because of their money, they'll fall for you. They are rolling in millions or billions, man. So if all you're bringing to the table, young man, is money, then this is 2025, darling. Girls have money. Girls are making money. Back in the day, let me take it from the basics because I'm a millennial. I'm old like that. Back in the day in school, a boy that is happening on campus is one that has a DVD player and television and rug in his room. Get that boy has arrived. Then it moved on to boys that drive cars on campus or motorbikes on campus. They were the happening boys. Then it moved on to boys that maybe live in a certain kind of house, maybe private hostel, whatever. But in 2025, girls are working and making their own money. Girls are able to go on vacations abroad with their sweats. Yes, I mean sweat. They worked for it, they earned it, and they're doing it. And there was no man in between that journey. Yes, some people have men that have helped on their journey. Good for them. But for some of us, there was no man in the middle of that journey. So what does this mean? If you now approach a girl that has been there, done that, has money, pays her own bills, maybe owns her own house, blah, blah, blah. How do you think your money will help you at this particular table? When you come and say, I have it, she'll be looking at you like, who's this clown? Who's this clown? So you think I'll follow you because you have money? Who's this clown? So apart from your money, darling, what are you bringing to the table? Where's the intellect? Where's the ambition? Where's the career? Where's the drive? Where's the spiritual awakening? What are you bringing to the table? Money makes you feel entitled because all you have been meeting is low class girls that don't have any money. Oh no, let me not say low class. Yeah, low class girls, because their problem is not that they don't have money. Their problem is that they are low class. They don't have any ambition. Nothing's going on in their lives. They're just there. They aspire to nothing. So when you meet a girl that aspires to nothing and you flash your money at her, she's excited. But when you now meet a girl that's paying her own bills and doing everything for herself, you flash your money at her, she's gonna be very irritated because she's gonna be like, is that all you are? An empty vessel that just talks about money all day long? Really? Once again, just in case you want to call and talk about this, the number to call is 0800 1235 917. Let me call that again. The number to call is 0800 1235 917. So I'm talking about male entitlement and female entitlement. And I'm not doing it like who is more entitled, because believe me, all of us have entitlement somewhere in our body. Like me, I'm a last born, I have last born entitlement, but that's another subject for another day. Just like some people have firstborn entitlements, but those ones, I even pity them. Their case is tough. But really, I see a lot of it everywhere I go. Male and female entitlement. Some women feel that because they're females, all the guys around them should just follow all their whims and caprices, do whatever they ask. And what's wrong with you now? I'm a fine girl. Why even do like that? Why can't you drop me in this place? Hello, ma, is he your boyfriend? Is he your brother? Is he your best friend? Why must he drop you in the place? If he wants to be a gentleman and chivalrous, that's fine. But just because you're a fine girl, really? That's why he will give you something for free that he's selling? Hello, ma? Is your beauty gonna pay his bills at the end of the month? Is your beauty gonna buy the fuel in his car? Why are you so entitled? And my brother in the Lord, just because you have what you think is money, or let's even say you have money, you now be talking to people in a condescending manner. So let me give you a typical example. A lady is standing on the road at the bus stop, and I have a call coming in. Hello, good evening. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hello, good evening. Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening. Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Peter.
Hi, Peter. How are you?
Yeah. I missed your show last week and I'm just tuning in.
Oh,
Something.
yeah, we're talking about
I
entitlements.
missed your
Male
show. I
entitlements.
started.
Oh, I'm so sorry I missed my show last week. But we're talking about male and female entitlements. How some women feel that because they are fine girls, they should just be spending any man's money anyhow they like. And how some men feel because they have money, they can treat women anyhow they like. What do you think?
Those ones are no men. Like say, those ones are no men or women.
Oh, no, they are not
They are
men.
no men. They are even the people that people send to damage themselves and their life in the future.
Oh, wow.
That's the truth.
Okay,
I
thank
need to read the first thing.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. They have a lot of things to learn about life. Thank you so much, Peter. I'm still gonna
Yeah,
reach out to you, Peter, because I have a surprise for you, remember? So don't worry. It's coming, it's coming, it's
yeah.
coming. All right then. Take care. Thanks for
Okay.
calling.
Bye.
Bye. Yes. So Peter was saying those are not men and women. I somewhat agree with him because I don't know how people go through life like that. But I literally know people. When I was in uni, I have seen a situation, and this one used to shock me, where a lady will leave school on a Friday, right? She will pack her suitcase. I promise you, she doesn't have transport fare. She will stand on the side of the road and just wait for a man to slow down, a perfect stranger to slow down and say, "Hello, beautiful, where are you going to?" And she said, "I'm going to XYZ." And she will enter the car and it will take her there. No fear for her life. All she knows that she's a fine girl, man must stop. And so, like I said, this is the very reason why you, now that you are a normal human being, not that kind of girl, you're standing on the road, maybe you're waiting back before Uber came, before we had e-taxis. You're standing on the road, you're waiting for a taxi or a bus or whatever transportation you're using to go. And a guy would drive and just he'll park in front of you and be signaling to you to walk to his car. Is it disrespect for me? Because after he has a car, he cannot come down from the car. Or the one that used to bust my brain. Hello, fine girl, my chairman is calling you. Oh my days. I'm like, are you kidding me? Uh-uh. See my chairman there, he said he should come. And in your mind, you're like, are these people raving lunatics or what exactly is going on here? Am I in the twilight zone? It happens. I'm a female, has happened to me more than once in my life. My chairman is calling you. Your chairman, his legs are not working. And when I was younger, I was politely rude. I can't lie. It's a wonder that I didn't get beaten up back in the day. I was very politely rude. By the time I said three sentences to you, you walk away by yourself without any help. But I digress. So you see, this manner of raising boys to feel that women are in their lives to serve them, and this manner of raising girls to feel that the men in their lives are there to provide their every need, it's a problem. Because you see a girl asking a guy to buy her iPhone 16. 16! That phone is in millions. That guy's parents, he has not sent them monthly allowance for 2 months. And she actually saw one on Twitter one time that she left him because he refused to do Yahoo. I was in shock. And I promise you, see that guy, the way I was looking at that guy, if that guy gets money, he will go back and chase that same girl. Because it sounded like he was stuck on her. So really, it's amazing the kind of entitlement that male and female have. It's ridiculous. And it translates into every sphere of society, in religious organizations, in schools, in the workplace, in groups and stuff like that. It translates into every sphere of society. And once again, I'll say this. I'm a girly girl right now. Back in the day, I used to be a tomboy, but that's another conversation for another day. I digress. I'm a girly girl now, and I have nothing against, I keep saying it, a woman being a wife and a mom, a woman taking care of the home and all of that is a worthy ambition, and we need women to be there to do that. But I need people to understand that this doesn't always have to be the norm, and we shouldn't demonize people that are not following what society has laid down as the way things should be. If this particular female does not fall into the norm of how you think females should be, that's on you. That's not on her. She didn't grow up in your house. Because at the end of the day, all of us grew up in different homes. I'm Urobo. I'm from Delta State. And where I come from, women are Amazons. We work. In fact, it's actually can be quite disgusting to an extent because in Delta State, you see a guy that might have three wives, like three wives and multiple children. When he wakes up in the morning, all he wants to do is drink what they call sapele water. In other words, alcohol. And his wives are the one going to the farm, doing the work around the house, and he's just there to have make them produce children. So where I come from, women are extremely hardworking. Most of us, and I didn't say all of us, most of us are not raised to be dependent on men. We're raised to be independent. Married, good for you, but we're raised to be independent, especially when it comes to finances and paying your own bills. So, like somebody said, I saw it on a status the other day. Somebody said, don't give up your source of income for money. Oh. Love comes and goes, but bills and hunger, they come every day. So on top of what I don't know, you go and give up your income because I actually got scholarship. You hear somebody say, I got a scholarship to study in Canada, but my boyfriend said I should not go. Ah, hello ma. That young man, he have no good plan for you. I'm saying this as a friend. Any male in your life, any female in your life, anyone in your life that does not support your ambition and you going forward has no good plans for you. And you should run from them. And I mean it. So, once again, let me plug in my business. I'm a master of ceremony, so I host events. I'm an emotional intelligence practitioner, so I teach emotional intelligence. I'm a business trainer. And all around, I'm the energy queen. So please reach out to me on Instagram if you need me for any of these things. Because last now my show, I feel advertise myself. My Instagram handle is Energytae, Energytae. Thanks to everyone who joined me on Instagram today. Miss Narella, Tara Ben, Amajua Hope, Obawale, my guy. Obawale, I should bring you on my show one of these days to talk about your music. And it was great talking to you. Let me leave you with this song for the weekend. Peace out. Love you. Bye.
Sometimes you're rude, sometimes you hold it back. This kind of inconsistency in love, it no feel like too long, oh baby. And I was off